Those who didn't know their partner was insanely wealthy. How did you finally find out? I had been dating Liam for about 9 months, and as far as I knew the guy was completely broke. He drove a battered Toyota Corolla from the early 2000s with a mismatched bumper, and always insisted on trading coupons whenever we went out for fast food. For my birthday he brought me a box of homemade cookies and a plain coffee mug. I was totally fine with it because I came from a modest background and loved him for his humor and kindness, not his wallet. We spent most weekends just hanging out in public parks or watching free movies online. Everything flipped completely on one random Saturday evening. Liam received an urgent call from his sister saying there was a major crisis at home, and he needed to drop everything and come right away. He looked absolutely terrified and asked me to come accompany him. The entire time we were driving he was apologizing uncontrollably for tearing me away from our plans. When we finally arrived at the address, my jaw dropped completely. We pulled up to a massive estate hidden behind enormous stone walls, and an actual security gate with an armed guard who saluted Liam as we passed. The driveway seemed to stretch on for a mile, lined with perfectly manicured gardens. The residence was a massive manor that looked like a royal castle copied straight out of a luxury magazine. The inside was absolutely beyond belief. The floors were pure marble, expensive oil paintings decorated every single wall, and a giant crystal chandelier hung from a ceiling that came all the way from Italy. His mother came hurrying down a sweeping grand staircase draped in designer clothes and diamonds. It turns out the big emergency was that the chef they hired had burnt the main entree for an exclusive charity gala they were hosting the next afternoon, and she was tripping out over lunch options. During the dinner that followed, served by stylish staff on genuine silverware, his father casually discussed a $5 million endowment he just completed for an art museum. His brother complained bitterly that his inheritance had certain limitations until he reached 30. There I was sitting in a $10 thrifted dress feeling completely out of place. On the ride back home, I was completely silent. I eventually confronted Liam and asked why on earth he kept his real life a secret from me. He shut off the car and looked incredibly vulnerable, explaining that every expensive relationship he had before was with people who only valued him for his family money and perpetually used him as a personal credit card. He said that when he met me and saw that I truly appreciated him even when trading discounts for cheap burgers, he knew our connection was authentic. He purposely adopted a very modest college lifestyle just to ensure we were built on something real. It turns out his downturned apartment was just a cover, and he actually controlled a massive empire of revenue from global real estate ventures. The very next weekend he surprised me by packing my bags for a luxurious escape to Europe. When I began to panic about the cost, he smiled softly and told me never to worry about expenses ever again. We tripped in first class and stayed at an exclusive castle hotel in France. The most incredible part occurred after we returned home. Liam set me down and presented me with an official document confirming that he had completely paid off my $50,000 undergraduate tuition loan as a sign of his commitment to our shared future. I sobbed tears of pure relief for hours. We have been together for years now, and I am still adapting to this extraordinary reality.